Greetings internet, it's Monica, and today I am here to be doing my Booktubeathon Tbr. I am so excited for this year's Booktubeathon. This is my first year participating as a video challenge host, and I'm so excited for you guys to see my video challenge. It's gonna be so fun. Anyways, if you guys are somehow not familiar with Booktubeathon, it is basically a book reading week extravaganza that is run by the wonderful Ariel from over at Ariel Bissett. I will link her and the Booktubeathon channel in the description box below. And yeah, it's just like a week of reading and fun challenges. It spans across Booktube. I know there's like going to be a bunch of Twitter reading sprints, and then also there are some Instagram Bookstagram challenges. So if you would like to participate in any of those things, you should, because it's going to be so fun. So yeah, there are 7 reading challenges for this readathon, and I thought I would walk you through the books that I will be using to complete each of those challenges. I am hoping to complete all of them, but we shall see. I know you get like a cute little certificate or something if you actually complete all of them, so that's like my goal now because I want that certificate. The first challenge is for the first read of Booktubeathon. You have to let a coin toss decide your book. Now, from what I've seen so far, everyone has been doing this coin toss in their TBR video, but I kind of want to keep myself in suspense, so I'm not gonna do the actual coin toss until I'm actually filming my reading vlog for the Booktubeathon and starting to read. So that's what I'm going to choose, but I'll show you the 2 books I'm deciding between. They are both middle grade books. The first one is Artemis Fowl. This is the first book in the Artemis Fowl series. I've really been wanting to reread this series ever since I got my copy of it. I'm so excited for the film, and this was one of my favorite series growing up, so I'm really excited to jump into it whenever I do pick it up, maybe for Booktubeathon. And then the other book is City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. Every time I talk about this book, I always start singing City of Ghosts in the style of City of Stars from La La Land. But anyways, both of these are middle grade books. I am so excited to pick up. Artemis Fowl is sort of like a young Iron Man in that he is, if you're not familiar with the series, he's like this really rich guy, and he's kind of a villain-ish. Like, he's not the most likable character, but he's just like up to all these hijinks. I don't remember what his goal was, but he is like a criminal mastermind in this world, but he's also like a little boy, so like a young Iron Man, but for evil-ish, kind of. So yeah, very excited for this. And then City of Ghosts is about a girl who is actually able to see ghosts. She ends up moving with her parents to Edinburgh, and while she's there, she meets another girl who shares her gift, and that sort of like throws her into this whole world of the City of Ghosts, and I'm very excited for it. I love Victoria Schwab's writing, so I've been so excited for this book. This one actually comes out August 28th, 2018, so if you are interested in it, it'll be out soon. But really excited to hopefully read it, maybe for Booktubeathon. We'll see. The next challenge is to read a book about something that you want to do, and I actually love this challenge. I think it'd be really fun to do like an entire readathon based on this, and just like think about like what all of your different dreams are in life and just like read those books. But I decided for this one to go with Save the Date by Morgan Matson. I was about to say Maureen, like, I don't know if Maureen Keevy, because she like loves Morgan Matson so much. So I was about to like say her instead of Morgan Matson's name. Anyways, so yeah, this is about Charlie. Her sister is getting married. Her wedding planner ends up quitting, and so they have to like plan this wedding. It's like over the course of a weekend, and so this fulfills something I want to do, because being a wedding planner was always like a dream of mine. I think I like watched the Wedding Planner film like a couple times too many, so I always had this like vision of one day planning a wedding. It just sounds so fun. I know that it's like probably very, very stressful, and like I have idealized it in my head, but I really love events, and I love weddings and love, so I've been really excited to read this one because of that, because that was always sort of this like side dream that I've always had. So really excited for that. Next challenge is to read a book and then watch the film adaptation. And so for this one, I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I am picking up a book that I've actually already started and then I never finished, even though I loved it as much as I read. And that is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. And this is a book that I got like halfway through and I loved it so much. And I really want to continue reading it. And then I want to watch the film because the film had so much critical acclaim. It was nominated for an Oscar the year it came out. So I've been really wanting to finally finish this and then watch the film. So that is my goal. If you're not familiar with this story, it follows Ove, who at the beginning of the story you are introduced to his character, the fact that his wife has died. He's this very like grouchy old man who is just not getting along with like the modern world. Kind of reminds me of like the man from Up, if you're familiar. However, definitely trigger warning for this book for suicide. That's sort of like Ove's goal. You learn that very early on in the book, is that he's trying to commit suicide. But the book is definitely not, it's not dark, even though it sounds very dark. It's sort of like, you know, it has a dark comedy vibe to it, but more than anything, it's very warm and I don't know, lovely, and you just like get all these flashbacks of his life leading up to this moment, and some of it's really sad, but a lot of it's really just like so heartwarming, and I am really excited to finally continue with this story and continue reading it because I loved it so much as I read it, and I loved Ove's character, so really excited to continue on. Then the next challenge is to read a book with green on the cover, and this felt like the perfect time to finally pick up a book that everybody is talking about and everybody seems to love, and that is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Everyone is talking about this book. Everyone in my apartment is talking about this book. My roommate Kaylee read it recently and just absolutely raved about it. She's like going through and reading all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's other books. So I'm really excited for this book. Everyone I know who has read it has given it 5 stars. It sounds fantastic. It's on Scribd, so I can read it via the physical book and the audiobook at the same time, which is great. But yeah, I keep saying that I'm so excited for each of these books, but I'm really excited for each of these books. But yeah, for those of you who are not familiar with this book, this follows Evelyn Hugo. It's sort of like told in flashbacks and present day. And Evelyn Hugo was like this Hollywood, like golden age starlet, and she had 7 husbands, but she was also bi, so she had a lot of relationships with women, and it's about her life. Apparently she's fabulous. I'm really excited. Then Ariel has trolled us all yet again, and one of the challenges for this year's Booktubeathon is to wear a hat for the entire time that you read a book. I only own one hat. It is a boater hat. I love it, but it doesn't stay on my head for very long before it gets blown away by the wind. I kind of chose a cop-out for this one, but it still counts, so whatever. I'm reading the 2nd volume of Snot Girl by Brian Lee O'Malley and Leslie Hung. This story is about Snot Girl. What's her name? Lottie. Her name is Lottie, and she is a like social media influencer. On her Instagram and stuff, she has like the perfect life, but in reality she is a total mess of a person, and so are all of her social influencer friends. And the first one was so fun. It had like this weird mystery element to it, which I loved, so I'm really excited to finally continue on with this story, read volume 2. I've been much anticipating this, so yeah, really excited. The next challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine, and this is a little bit of a preview for my next book haul, but I was initially drawn to this book because the spine was so pretty, and that is The Best We Could Do by Tbr. Look at the spine, it's so pretty, I love it. I just like all the colors. It just drew me right in. But this story I am so excited for because literally as I was just like flipping through it and reading like what it was about, I started almost crying. Anyways, this is a story following a South Vietnamese family in the 1970s who immigrate from South Vietnam to the US, and it's about their journey of just becoming part of American society and the highs and lows of that. It is also a memoir, and I love graphic novel memoirs. I think it's a really interesting format for telling such a personal story. So I am so excited to read this one. The artwork in it looks absolutely beautiful, and I just cannot wait to read it. And then the last challenge is just to read 7 books. So this one is a tentative pick for this. I might switch this out, but as of right now, this is what I'm planning on reading, and it is Girl Squads by Sam Maggs. This is an anthology that tells the story of 20 female friendships that changed history, which just sounds amazing. It's basically a bunch of stories about female friends who had a big impact in our society and what they did and how their friendship fostered that and made that possible, and I think that's amazing. I'm so excited that a book like this is coming out. This comes out in October. I got an advance copy at Book Expo, and I'm so excited for this one. So yeah, those are the books that I am so very excited for, as I've said so many times in this video. I'm super hyped for Booktubeathon. I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited to vlog it for you guys and just do something with the booktube world. I feel like I've been sort of like MIA the past few weeks. A lot of that I might talk about in another video. Basically, anxiety has not been great. So, you know, life. But I'm really excited to be back and to be making videos and reading and all of that. So I'd love to hear from you guys. If you are participating in Booktubeathon, what book are you most excited to pick up and read? If you've read any of the books that I've talked about in this video, let me know what your thoughts were, but please no spoilers. And I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye!